Hey friends, and welcome back to another kitchen chat. One lesson I've learned lately is that taking ownership isn't a sign of weakness. It's actually one of the strongest things a person can do. For a long time, I think a lot of us have been taught that admitting we're wrong somehow makes us look less capable. That if we say, I could have handled that a little bit better, people will lose respect for us. But it's actually the opposite. The moment I stopped focusing on who was to blame and started asking myself what I can control in that situation, everything began to change for me. Because here's the truth: you cannot control what people say or control how they treat you. You cannot control whether someone supports your business or not, or even understands your vision, or even believes in you. But you can control your response. That's where your power is. Okay. As a business owner, this lesson has been huge for me. Okay. It's easy to blame the algorithm when a post doesn't do well, or it's easy to blame the economy when business starts to slow down. You can even blame a difficult customer or the people who don't support you, right? And while those things can absolutely affect your business, if I stop there, I've given all of my power away. Instead, I ask myself, what could I do differently? Right? Maybe I need to post more consistently. Maybe I need to better communicate to my customers or improve a skill. Maybe I need to learn something I don't even know yet, right? Those questions don't make me weak, they make me better. The same thing applies in everyday life. For instance, right? If I lose my temper with my kids, I could easily say, well, you know what? They're driving me crazy, right? Or I could say, I should have reacted differently. Next time, I'm going to slow down before I respond. That doesn't excuse anyone else's behavior. It just means I'm taking responsibility for my own reaction. Okay. And there's freedom in that, because if my emotions depend on everyone else's behavior, and everyone else being so perfect, I'm never going to have any peace. Someone cuts me off in traffic or leaves a rude comment online or decides that they won't call me back. If I allow every one of those situations to decide how I feel for the rest of the day, then I've just handed over the keys to my emotions. And I'm not having that. I want to be the one driving my own emotions, taking ownership, and how I choose how I respond. I don't have to let one bad moment ruin my whole day. And I can learn from this instead of living in it, right? And that's strength. And honestly, some of the strongest people I've met aren't the ones who never made mistakes. They're the ones who could say, you know what, I messed up. I should have communicated that better, or I learned something today. Those people right there, they continue to grow because their ego isn't getting in the way. Growth requires humility, and that's no shame. There's a big difference. Taking responsibility isn't about beating yourself up. It's about giving yourself the opportunity to improve. Okay, every successful person you admire has made mistakes, and every good parent has had hard days. We get that. Every business owner has made bad decisions at some point, and the difference is that they didn't stay stuck blaming everyone else. They just adjusted. They learned and they kept moving. So today, I just want to encourage you. The next time something doesn't go your way, pause before pointing the finger and ask yourself one simple question: what's one thing I can control in this situation? Because that's where your next step is. That's where your peace is, and that's where you're going to grow. And that's where your power has been all along. Thanks for hanging out with me in the kitchen today. I'll see you in the next kitchen chat.